So Paz, a disappointing 3-0 defeat against Shildon this afternoon. Firstly, what are your thoughts on the performance?
Well, I thought we set off pretty well. I thought we were in control of the game. They've obviously, we're quite surprised in the first 2 minutes how they set up, how deep they were now, how many bodies they had behind the ball and leaving one man up top. It was quite surprising really with them at home, but you look at the first goal, it took the wind out of his sails, and that's it then. They're well in command. You're gifting goals like that, you don't win. You don't deserve to win nothing. And it's not just the first goal. You look at the second. They've got one man up top, and we've got 3 men, and not even one's picking him up. From a free header. So no, the goals are poor. In all honesty, I think. I've just told them some true home truths in there. The fact of the matter is that we kind of waved the white flag ourselves as a management team probably 4 weeks ago. Obviously, it's my job to get in them to get the best out of them, but it's kind of we've got to reset ourselves for next year. We've obviously done the recruitment pretty early already. I've told them that, and they've been completely honest with them and said the recruitment's done for next year on that side of things. And it's up to them now to show me over the next 3 or 4 weeks if they want to, or good enough to be part of this football club. Because at the end of the day, I know we're 6 at the minute in time, but it needs to be better, and we've got to reset ourselves now for the cup final. That side of things.
As you mentioned, we are 6, but the point is now 8 points.
Yeah.
How when the full-time whistle went, how guttering did that feel?
Yeah, as obviously it sounds, I'm not saying it was guttering. I think we've known. I'm not it's not daft, and I know it's not just now, it's not just this game, it's been over a period of time. We just haven't been good enough in certain areas, and we haven't had the experience and quality in certain areas, and we've known for quite a bit. That's why we've been out there working ourselves as a management team to ensure that the recruitment's done now, and we're getting the type of players in that can take us to the next level. So actually, if anything, it's probably a relief, because we've known that we've not been good enough to do that, and now we've got to really reset ourselves and ensure that we bring some joy to the club, as I've mentioned over the last couple of weeks, and ensure that we go out there and full focus on the cup final. And it might be a case of now, from now till the end of the season, that I have a look at a couple of players, a couple of young lads, that deserve a little bit of chance to play for the club, and see how they react.
More on the game, it seemed like your side struggled to get that second ball. Shildon's always seemed like a player was available. Do you think it's these sort of fine margins, like we saw at Liverpool, that you've mentioned, hasn't seen us in the top 5?
Yeah, it's not just today, because I actually thought in the first 20 minutes we had all the possession, but what they did, they played, obviously, it's Bobble City on here. They play in the right areas and that side of things, and that's what it is. So. I just don't think it were the second balls. I think that would have been a bit harsh on anyone in the centre midfield. But I think overall the pitch, we didn't play in the right areas. They played in the right areas, and I'll be completely honest with you. I said at half time, we were brain dead as footballers, and not just today, brain dead, because when you come to places like this, and here it's not a 3G pitch. You can't come here and want to play through the lines and play fast football and get it wide and everything. You have to play percentage football. You have to play into certain areas, and we didn't do that. We thought we were better than that. We thought we could do something different than that, and they didn't listen to the instructions, and their side did, and they go and win the game because they played in the right areas.
When Alex was introduced off the bench, he seemed to get his foot down, try and make things happen. Were you pleased with his second half performance?
Yeah, I thought second half. I thought overall, we did okay. I thought Alex coming on, obviously we're down to 10 men. I thought he probably covered the pitch for 3 men. There's no doubt that the reason Alex is tied down with us and contracted in for now to the end of the next season, because he's a good quality player, and we believe that he's the right person to take us forward. So we're pleased with Alex. I thought he did really well today when he come on, but you've got to feel sorry for him, because he's coming on with the game. He's been away, and he's had I think he was saying a 15-hour plane journey, whatever it has, on Thursday, Friday. So I didn't feel he was physically right to play today, but he's come on, and he probably was, and he's probably covered for 3 or 4 different players, and he's made a good impact really.
Next week we travel to Ossett. Firstly, on Ossett, what are your thoughts going into that one?
As I say, like anything, I think we've just got to reassess now. I think we've just got to have a look at it and reassess and see what we're going to do from now till the end of the season. I think we've just got to start with a clean sheet of paper Tuesday, and look at a side that can play in the cup final, because we have quite a few players that are cup tied with us. So we have to basically probably work with two squads now. One that's, no disrespect to the players, may have to just be pushed to one side a little bit because they're not available for the cup final. We just have to kind of like use it now, maybe as a little pre-season, in getting ourselves ready and drilled for the cup final, and work out how we're going to play against Maltby and use that time against that. Regardless of what the results are going to be, the results it doesn't matter now. It doesn't matter if we're 6th, 7th or 8th because of the points difference. So we've now got to just use it as a little pre-season, get the side that we can get out in the cup final, and try and gel ourselves together in some patterns of play and some game time with that side that's going to play, in the cup final. So we're not coming there the cup final and having 4 or 5 new players in the side that haven't played, the previous 4 games.
What specifically are you looking from them players in terms of performance?
I think it's a bit of passion, a bit of bravery, a bit of positivity, and just that they want to be winners. At the end of the day, we've got to draw a line underneath it and say, right, now it's to the cup final. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to be a winner, regardless of what cup or what you do in football or in life. Everyone wants to win things. I'm no different, the players are no different, the staff are no different. So we've now just got to dust ourselves down and think, right, come end of the cup final, are we going to be winners? And we've just got to get that self into us. That's what I'm expecting the players to go away and look at and try and give their all from now to the end of the season, so they're ready for that cup final, to ensure that they are, regardless of the full time, they are winners.
And just finally, on Ossett as a side, what are your thoughts on them and what are you expecting?
Well, Ossett's picked up, haven't they? Obviously, so over the last couple of weeks, and it's a difficult place to go to, the difficult side. Obviously, got a new management team in there that probably looking to do pretty similar to us now and get the stall set out ready for next season. So it's going to be a difficult game, there's no doubt in that, but I think what we've got to do now is not worry about the opposition, talk about the opposition. I'm not worried about any game that we're going to now. It's irrelevant for me. It's all about the cup final and what we're going to do.